Hi there, this is Rebecca Tripp. Today I'm talking about chapter 6 in the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill called Hypnotic Rhythm. This is a very, very interesting chapter. He goes on to explain what hypnotic rhythm is. It's actually something operating here in this earthly plane, in this three-dimensional world, just like the law of gravity. It's always operating. And hypnotic rhythm can be seen in nature. When you look at nature, you have your seasons, you have apple trees producing apples, you have cherry trees producing cherries. Everything has a rhythm to it. Well, the same goes for our thinking. And our habits of thinking turn into hypnotic rhythms. And they can be good ones and not so good ones, depending on what we're holding uppermost in our thoughts. For instance, if you're a musician and you practice every day to become better and better, eventually you become an accomplished musician who just automatically, through habit, gets into a hypnotic rhythm that's able to produce beautiful music. But on the other hand, if you have negative habits that you're constantly every day implanting in your consciousness over and over again, a good one is fear of death. He says that's the number one thing that he uses to control people. Because people have this fear of death because it's the unknown. They don't know what to expect when they pass on. And he said that preachers are one of his most treasured allies as far as promoting the taking over of humans' minds when they get up and they preach about the devil, and he keeps it forefront in their minds. All they hear is the word devil, and they think about eternal hell, and they become fearful of what's going to happen to them after they pass on. And when you have fear in your mind, in your consciousness, it takes up a certain amount of space that doesn't allow you to become a free thinker, a non-drifter, because when that fear is eating away at you, you're trapped, like that spider in the web. He goes on to explain to Napoleon that if one person would come forward with the truth about how he operates and how they can break this spell of hypnotic rhythm by holding uppermost in their thoughts positive ideas, positive habits, positive programming, they would be able to change the world. It would just take one generation. But he also goes on to say that no one is going to come forward and do it because of fear of criticism. And he tells Napoleon, you're not even going to do it. You'll never publish this book because you know that it will ruin you. People will throw rocks at you. They'll criticize you. And his wife also tells him, there's no way you're going to publish this book while we're alive. And he doesn't. It didn't come out until 2011, many years after he died, because he knew what the ramifications would be. But once we begin to understand how this hypnotic rhythm is just part of being human, and we can use it for good or we can use it for evil, we can actually free ourselves. And whatever the uppermost thought, the main things that we're thinking about on a daily basis are, as long as they're positive and we turn to the positive side of life, the God side, we can keep ourselves free of this eternal oblivion that he talks about once we get caught up in this web of negativity. It's a really interesting chapter to dig into, and he really lays it out how you can become a non-drifter.